He is right there. Fish on! Woo! You catch big walleyes like that.
Hey guys, Jeff Andersen here with Leisure Outdoor Adventures. You know, we just entered our summer peak period. Our water temps have spiked up to 77, 78 degrees. You know, one of the misconceptions is walleye fishing gets extremely tough when we reach these summer peak periods, and it can be for most. The whole goal is reach as many active walleyes as you can, and simply the most effective way is pulling spinners. I'm going to show you how we're catching a ton of fish right now and show you the exact system. So my favorite presentation with pulling spinners is pulling crawlers, and so it's as simple as, you know, we have a flat here, a ton of fish, just, you know, 10, 11 foot flat. They're spread out, you know, a mile at a time. So, you know, all you need to do to rig this crawler is right in the point of that crawler, and then you kind of stretch the crawler out, leave a little slack, and boom, we're set. So I'm gonna get this down and I'm gonna catch one of these walleyes that are swimming down there. Pulling spinners it's as simple as, you know, your spinner, your weight, your line, your rod, your reel, line counter reel. I like to use Fireline. A lot of guys like to use mono, you know, for a little bit extra stretch. That's why I have a 10-6 Jason Mitchell Elite trolling rod. It gets my bait out there. It's soft enough to absorb those strikes, especially when we're going fast. You know, I drop it back, you know, 30 to 35 feet, and I'm there. I'm gonna put it in here, and away we go. So let's see if we can't catch one of these fish that are just out roaming on these flats. Fish, fish, fish. So now that we got a fish bite, just crank it twice. This is the most important part here, is you just kind of take it out and we got them. We're hooked up with our first fish of the day. You know, it's all about just simply covering water and contacting as many fish as you can, because there are fish that aren't as active. And the more fish you can contact, the more chances you have catching the fish. And you know, when you're fighting these fish, you know, I'm gonna keep my iPilot going forward, keep the tension, and it's just a nice, easy, steady pull. You know, I get a lot of guys in the boat that pump their rod and up and down, and when you get that slack in the line, that's when you lose a fish. So, you know, and another reason we use a 10-6 rod is because of snells, which is a huge, huge benefit to catching more fish, is we're using long snell. I can lift them up. That's a nice fish there. And slide them in, boom. Look at that walleye there. See, I mean, this is a perfect eater fish here. And you can see it, we hooked them right in the perfect spot there. The crawler's hooked up. And boy, we've just been catching just a ton of fish on these spinners. It's amazing. This is the first year that I've really started using Jolly Roger spinners, and I tell you what, I'm a believer. I've been catching more walleyes this year than ever before. So that's a simple example of what we're catching out here. So I'm going to throw this one in the box for dinner. This is a size that everybody wants to catch. Let's get them in the box, and I'll show you exactly what makes these spinners special. You know, you hear so much in this industry about quality tackle, and when Jolly Roger says they're quality, that's exactly what they are. You know, these are the sharpest hooks on the market. It's the best fluorocarbon on the market, and not only that, is you're hand tied by guys that know what they're doing. They're tough, they're effective, and they simply catch fish. So I'm gonna re-rig this bait, and I'm gonna get back in there and see if I can't catch another fish. You know, when I'm working these flats, you know, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for bait fish. I'm looking for rock to weed transition, rock to sand transition, and I use my Minn Kota iPilot, and I usually travel anywhere from, you know, 1.1 to 1.3 seems to be the magical number. You know, I'm using an 1.5 ounce weight, and it's such a simple system, and it is the most effective way to catch walleyes this time of year. So I'm just going to continue going down down this long edge. We'll see if we can't catch another one here. There, he ate it right there. Got him. Look at that. That is so awesome. Catch up with him here. Feels like a nice eater. You know, and it's really fun when you get, you know, 2 or 3 guys in the boat. You can have 2 rods out and you can just simply cover a ton of water. Yeah, not a giant, just a perfect little eater. Again, we got a super long snell here, and that makes all the difference in the world. You know, a lot of spinners that you buy on the market come, you know, on 48 inches or 36 inches. These are 9 to 10 foot snells, and it makes all the difference in the world. Take a look at this little guy. He just chowed it. Look at that. Perfect eater. Again, this is the fish that everybody wants to catch when they come fishing with us. It's a, you know, little 16 incher, and it tastes perfect in the frying pan. I'm gonna get him unhooked and see if we can't catch another one of these dirty dogs. Grab my pliers. Look at that guy. That's what it's all about right there. Let's throw him in the box. You know, it doesn't take long to fill the box up. When you get on a school of feeding walleyes, you know, usually what I do is I lay a waypoint down, and I'll go past it, you know, 50 yards, I'll whip right back around, and we'll go right through them, and boom, you're just catching fish left and right. And, you know, I get asked a question a lot, why don't we just sit on top of these walleyes? And, you know, whether it be jig fishing or lindy rig fishing, it's just simply not as effective. And, you know, the attractant part of, you know, the spinner that's flashing down there and the night crawler just gets these fish to bite when nothing else can. You know, while we're out fishing here, I just wanted to show you one of the really cool things about, you know, the options you have with Jolly Rogers. If you're an angler that likes to tie your own baits and you know, you put 2 white beads and a chartreuse bead, Jolly Rogers has a huge selection of beads. I mean, take a look at this here. There's just endless amounts of different colors, sizes, and so if you're the angler that likes to tie your own stuff, Jolly Roger has the components for you. Sean Fleming, the guy who started the tackle company, put a ton of research and development in specific colors for specific bodies of water, and you can learn all about that on his website. You know, and that's the fun part to me is mixing and matching different colors and just matching the forage. And there's no doubt when you're pulling spinners, having a quality spinner, like I've said, puts more fish in the boat. I'm a firm believer. As you can see, we're catching them pretty good today. So there's a fish right there. Got him. That's a better fish. Can tell right off the bat there. Just ease it out of the rod holder. That's what it's all about. You know, the sunrise craw has been just a super hot color out here. You know, I've been fishing and messing around with different colors. By the end of the day, every single person is using a sunrise craw because these fish are up, they're feeding on crayfish, and it's a color that's just working. This is awesome. This is what it's all about right here. Just coming up. Coming up. Let's get her in the net. Look at this fish here. Oh, right in the net she goes. Not a super giant, but an awesome way to end this little segment here. You know, this is that's a dandy walleye anywhere you go. Look at this guy. Look at that, hooked right in the lip. If summertime walleye fishing is tough for you, tie in a Jolly Roger and you're gonna start catching more fish.